Hi, this is Tim Tuller, Canon for Music at St. John's Cathedral, and I'm going to say just a couple of words about the music for this Sunday, January 5th. This Sunday is a very important day in the liturgical calendar. We're actually celebrating the Feast of the Epiphany. Now, Epiphany falls on January 6th, technically, but we normally celebrate it at Sunday Church on the Sunday closest to that, so that will be January 5th this year. So we'll be singing hymns about the wise men, and there'll be a lot of references to light and various forms of light, representing the light from the star that led the wise men to Bethlehem. The opening voluntary this week is going to be the first part of the chorale in A minor by César Franck. Franck was a 19th century composer. He was Belgian by birth, but he spent most of his life working in Paris. He was an incredibly important organist and pedagogue. He taught an incredible stable of composers and organists that really influenced French music all the way down to the present day. His importance in the history of organ just cannot be overstated. He was one of the very most important composers for the organ to come along since the death of J.S. Bach in 1750. His music was revolutionary for the organ. It was a whole new style that had been developed to take advantage of the incredible technological advances that happened in organs, particularly in France, in the mid-19th century. The organs got electrified, and they were really able to take their sound to a level comparable to a full symphony orchestra. And Franck was one of the first composers to really exploit their full potential in his compositions. The chorale in A minor dates from about 1890. It's one of the last compositions that Franck wrote and one of his finest. And so this week you'll actually hear the piece split in two between the prelude and the postlude. They're called chorales, and this is one of a set of three, but they don't really have much to do with chorales in the traditional sense. Usually a chorale traditionally means basically a hymn tune. And so a chorale composition for the organ will usually be based on a hymn tune. These are not. These are independent, standalone compositions that really take the form more of free fantasies than anything else. Wonderful pieces. The offertory anthem this Sunday is A Lux Beatissima by the American composer Howard Helvey. Helvey is a contemporary composer. He was born in 1968. And he's centered in the Cincinnati area, where he works at Calvary Episcopal Church. His music is very contemporary and very tuneful, and this piece is short, but it's a great example of his style. It really brings out the meaning of the text to full effect. I hope you enjoy the music this Sunday.